But look how big this one is already. They're doing really well. This must be Big Mom. You're a good barn kitty. Hello, welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. It's actually 9 o'clock at night, the same day that I filmed the last vlog, and I made a white chicken chili this evening for dinner, except for we used rabbit instead of chicken because that's the white meat that we raise on our farm. This chili somehow was really spicy. I don't really know what happened. I ended up making grilled cheese for the kids and I choked down the chili, but it's not going to be something that I'm going to eat willingly for leftovers. It's a different story for my husband, however, and I have quite a bit left over. So what I'm going to do tonight is something that I've never done before. I'm going to be freeze drying my leftovers. I know this is such a common way for people to use their freeze dryers, and so far I have not used it in this way, but I'm excited to pack up little mini lunches for my husband. I also noticed that I left the light on in the barn from when we were in there earlier, so we gotta go shut that off and see the goatee girls in the evening and put them to bed because I'm sure they'd like to sleep without the light on. I ran inside real quick and rinsed off the trays. The last thing that I freeze dried was some candy, and I have little candies bits, little nerds stuck to it. That probably wouldn't be very good in the soup, but I have 5 freeze dryer trays in this large freeze dryer, and I have about 5 pints worth of leftover soup to put in. So 1 pint on each tray is what I'm going to do just to even things out. It's not going to be very much soup per tray, but that's fine. I do want to even out the ingredients just to make things a little bit simpler for the freeze dryer as far as evenly drying out all of the soup. And it's also going to be a pretty fast process. So we've got rabbit, there's some onions in there, some garlic, chili peppers, cilantro, and some black eyed peas, because those are the beans that I had. Go, bud. I don't know if you can see me, all of a sudden this fog just descended. Very eerie. I can see we've got a light on out here. Oh, the rabbit tree light is on too. Hi! How are Mama's goats doing? Can I come in? I think you're good. I don't think you have to get up. Good evening, sweet girl. Good evening, Chloe. Oh, your bed looks cozy. Were you bedded down back here with Miss Winnie? You guys ready for me to turn the light out, huh? Is that weird to have the light on? All right, we'll let you ladies get your beauty sleep. You too, Chloe. We feed again tomorrow. She smells like maple syrup again. I can smell her from here. Good morning. It is the next day and the sun is out. We have seen so little sun that it's something to mention every time it happens. Did I get you? I'm sorry. The freeze dryer is doing the thing. I think it's going to be done by this evening, which is great. It's not like we filled it with a lot of food, but because the sun is out, I want to check on the greenhouse. And in order to get to the greenhouse, we need to pass our storm shelter. So if you guys are not aware, we live in southwestern Kentucky where we do have tornadoes. They are smaller than what you'd see in like Kansas, but they're more frequent than you would think, honestly. It's called Dixie Alley. Tornado Alley is where like Oklahoma and Kansas and like Nebraska, and you come a little bit further east and we have Dixie Alley, and there's tornadoes here. So we are in our second tornado season, and periodically I come out to our shelter just to make sure it's okay. It has filled with water in the past. Okay, guys ready to go down here? Ooh, spider web. Oh, it's not bad down here. There's not even any kind of condensation or anything happening, so it looks good. If we happen to need it, it will be here for us like it has been in the past. We've got our supplies down here. We've got some water. One of these buckets, actually maybe both of them, has cat litter in it in case someone needs to use the bathroom. Medical supplies, snacks. We have some chem lights. This one looks used, so gotta throw that out. But, see? And then when we come out, I have a go bag and we have our shoes. You always want to have shoes, jacket, and like a way to communicate with the outside world. It's ready. I don't love needing it, but I love having it. How are you? I know it's wet. Yuck. It's yucky. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes. I'm scoping out their bums to make sure that they don't have any liquid poos from being weaned. The stress of weaning can cause a coccidia bloom. I am wearing my sweatshirt this morning, but truthfully it is quite warm. Yep, they've still got hay. You still got hay. So, whoops, you're good. Don't let him teach you to be skittish, okay? So grateful to have put in the raised beds in here in the greenhouse, because there's nothing stopping the rain from seeping in here and causing a very muddy situation in the ground, but the beds are good. And because the beds are good, we are getting beautiful heads of broccoli and cabbage. Look how big this one is already. See that? Oh, so excited. All of the plants that wilted down during that cold snap a little while ago, they have perked up. Look at this broccoli. But see, this is a cauliflower. It was the cauliflower that really took the biggest hit. The ends of the leaves still feel a little bit flimsy, but they're doing really well. That's a nice size. It's not quite pickable in my opinion yet, but it's not far off. Look at the huge stalk on that broccoli. Oh gosh, that's incredible. I did notice that our Brussels sprouts are trying to Brussels sprout. You can really see them now in the like leaf node of the plant. The kohlrabi perked up, which is good. We got some decent sized kohlrabi bulbs. Super happy about that. This has been a good kohlrabi year for me, which has been good because I haven't had great kohlrabi ever before this. So far the pumpkins have been doing very well. I have fed one out to the chickens. It did get a crack in it, but for the most part, I mean, they look good. It's like 65 degrees in here. 18 Celsius. Actually today we're going out to the chiropractor, and the chiropractor's in town, and when we're in town we like to go to the local farm store, and they have the seed starting mix that I like to use, and it's time to actually start some more brassica seed. So we'll get to that in another video. Alrighty, day 19 of our Sheepishly Neat Advent calendar. We're getting real close to the end. That's crazy. December has just flown by. Looks like we have another member to our army of sheep. This one's bigger. I didn't felt it quite as tightly, so this must be Big Mama. It's so bizarre. How cool. There we we go. How cool is this? So we put 5 pints of soup in the freeze dryer, and we got 5 pints out, which is kind of what you expect out of a freeze dryer. I'll show you how much liquid it took out. Look at all the ice. Isn't that crazy? I had made the original soup with bone broth, so there was a lot of substance to it anyway. And I have freeze-dried bone broth before, and milk, like things that are very, very liquidy, and it's kind of amazing what's left behind. I've seen people freeze dry water and you actually get something left behind. It's the minerals and whatever in the water, which I thought was interesting, but these are ready to go. These will last probably 18-ish months or so, depending really. If I keep them out of direct sunlight, they'll last a lot longer than that, as long as the jars stay sealed. A lot of times, because my husband works in home remodel, he will be working on a place that doesn't have electricity or some other thing, like the electricity has to be shut off for one reason or another. And this will be a great way for him to take lunch with him. He won't have to worry about keeping it cool, and he can just add water. Very, very neat, but the evening is not done. We are expecting some weather tonight. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be bad, probably. We're in a 2% risk area for tornadoes, and so I need to kind of prepare for that. And tomorrow morning is just going to be rain all day. We are under a flood advisory.
What is that?
Chili.
Isn't that cool?
Mommy, look, it's a Christmas tree.
Wow. Isn't that neat?
I'm very interested to see how it rehydrates.
It should be really just like the day I made it.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Got the boy bunnies all shut. We are gonna go to the greenhouse and shut the doors just in case. I don't know how bad the winds are supposed to be. And I wanna shut off the fans that are in there anyway. Overnight, it's not necessary for them to be on all the time. Look at how squishy the land already is. Many more inches expected. I do want to take this with me because we're going to be working on new seedlings tomorrow. You coming to the barn? Hi, girls. One bale of hay. That should keep them occupied for a little while. Chloe's like, what do you have for me? Oh, Chloe. Do you want a snack? I mean, the answer is never no. Chloe! Come on, Chloe! Come on, Chloe! Look at you go. Feed those babies, girl. So, this hay should last them for a good little while. I'm not able to really get out to the barn well, I don't think, until about 1 p.m. That's when the weather does stop, and so that's perfect timing. I milked them around 1:30 today, so that's great. I love the once-a-day milking schedule. Hey, Mozzie, are you going to be hunting tonight? Yeah, you're a good barn kitty. I did grab some seedling trays out of the greenhouse because that is our indoor project for tomorrow. I'll see you guys there.